gentlemen, we have one more match before intermission. Who's ready for our first half main event? Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the last man standing match. And of course, as you know, we have a very special guest referee, so let's bring him out. Introducing the first competitor for Last Man Standing. And introducing his opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Last Man Standing. Introducing first, in the corner to my left, representing the Echoes of Darkness, ladies and gentlemen, this is William Corson. Gentlemen, before we ring the bell and we fight this to a 10-count knockout, you two have been the thorn in my side for far, far too long, and I want this to be over, done, dusted, and I've decided to raise the stakes. This match is more than just a last man standing match. This contest will crown the first ever RIZEN Limitless Champion! Gentlemen, ring the bell!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron Dixon. Here we go with last man standing. William Corson versus Sean McKenzie. The blood rivalry of RIZEN Pro Wrestling promises to end tonight here at Limitless 2. And now, all of a sudden, we have a championship matchup as well. We will crown our first ever RIZEN Limitless Champion. And I think the name of that belt would suggest that this matchup is perfectly suited to crown a Limitless Champion. Knife edge shot by the Echoes of Darkness leader himself, William Corson, to Sean McKenzie, one of the true RIZEN originals. Sean McKenzie, loved by so many here at RIZEN Pro Wrestling. Even his mother and father are in the front row to support Sean here tonight. This could get real ugly real quick, ladies and gentlemen. The only way to win is by incapacitating your opponent so much that he cannot answer a standing 10 count. Of course, if he gets back to his feet before 10, the match will continue, and that is why this match is considered so dangerous. As Sean McKenzie ducks the clothesline, big old spear cuts William Corson in half. Sean McKenzie looks like he was just fired out of a cannon. Of course, you might have noticed referee for this matchup, special guest referee, the GM of RIZEN Pro Wrestling, Magic Martin Rowe, who has decided to take it into his own hands to make sure that this match has a definitive and decisive winner. And William Corson with a chop block, ducking the roundhouse kicks from Sean McKenzie. And now William Corson, well, this is very smart, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. There is absolutely no room for sentiment in a match of this nature. You have got to damage your opponent beyond repair. Oh, William Corson wrapping that left leg around the ring post. Sean McKenzie's left knee collided violently, and yes, he's wearing a knee pad, but that's to protect his knees from collision when he lands on the canvas, not to protect it from a solid ring post made of the strongest metal that you could possibly ask for. And there is absolutely no love lost when it comes to something like a ring post and somebody's knee. And what the hell is Sean McKenzie doing? Mr. Miyagi action here. Oh my God! Just caught Corson flush on the chin with that beautiful karate kick. And man, William Corson might be out cold. And I'll tell you what, if he is, he'll be able to answer a 10 count. Corson, oh, very smart, rolls to the outside, naturally lands on his feet. I'll tell you what, he looks to be completely out on his feet, and man, he got rocked with that shot from Sean McKenzie. And that's a bacon tray, solid steel wrapped around the head of Sean McKenzie, and one right across the head again. And man, you want to talk about CTE, you want to talk about concussions. It's not a comfortable subject to talk about in professional wrestling especially, but man, William Corson is just wearing out Sean McKenzie on the outside with that bacon tray. And it is bake-off season, but ain't nothing casual, ain't nothing fun about this. You might be setting in on Tuesday night with a glass of wine to watch the very best in British TV, but this is something far more vicious, far more violent, far more uncomfortable for everybody to witness, as Corson just sends Sean McKenzie crashing into that ring post once again. He's getting all too familiar with that ring post, and Corson, this is what he has made a career off of, being vicious and violent, as he sends Sean McKenzie crashing into the ring post again. You can see some of the younger men in our audience especially covering their eyes It's a very uncomfortable disposition. Last man standing is certainly not for the weak of heart. And it looks like Sean McKenzie has retrieved what I believe to be his mother's handbag. I think he was going to throw it at William Corson. Oh, good God almighty, just whipped him across the face with a strap. And, well, may not very well have got the contact he wanted from the handbag, but he certainly used the strap to full effect. And William Corson, that is not nice, being whiplashed in the face like that, courtesy of that leather strap. And now a kendo stick has been retrieved. Sean McKenzie has got some more toys for this last man standing matchup, and a shot to the midsection and one to the back of the neck of William Corson. And as I said, no love lost between these two men. They have fought for what seems like an eternity over the last year here at RIZEN. We will have a definitive winner here tonight as Sean McKenzie just whipping William Corson like a government mule. Sean McKenzie just about had enough of William Corson. You think about all of the things. Oh, look how William Corson was able to put the brakes on, caught that kendo stick, was going to get one right in the face otherwise. Survival of the fittest, I guess. And now William Corson says turnabout is fair play, and he's going to look to wear down Sean McKenzie. And it's worth pointing out, Sean McKenzie, obviously not wearing any kind of protection whatsoever. That t-shirt might help William Corson a little bit in absorbing those shots, but just bare flesh being torn into courtesy of that kendo stick, and another one right across the back. That's going to leave a mark. William Corson roaring at Magic Martin Rowe to count him down. Of course, if Magic Martin gets to 10 before Sean McKenzie can stand to his feet, then William Corson will be the winner. And as we've seen, he will be your inaugural RIZEN Pro Wrestling Limitless champion. Nothing limitless about that shot to the head, one to the chest, and now one to the spine. William Corson again, all that he can handle, one over the back of the skull, courtesy of McKenzie. The mercenary is looking to get his payday here tonight at the expense of William Corson. Everything from singles matches to intergender tag team matches, and now looking to use that tube and breaks it over the back of William Corson. And Sean McKenzie is offloading every single bit of the weaponry arsenal on the prone body of William Corson. Magic Martin Rowe is up to 7, by the way, up to 8, and William Corson able to show some offense, getting back up to his feet now. And that broken pipe being used across the spine of Sean McKenzie, and oh man, well, those bacon trays have been placed quite nicely, and a back suplex right onto the metal, as if landing on the hardest part of the ring isn't bad enough. William Corson wearing out the back and the spine, especially of Sean McKenzie, and things have gotten real ugly, real quick here, ladies and gentlemen. Sean McKenzie looking far worse for wear, as in the background, you might have just noticed, William Corson has the steel steps. Those are usually used so that wrestlers can enter the ring with ease, but looks like William Corson has zoned in on this as a weapon of his own. Oh my God, Sean McKenzie took a nasty tumble across the steps there, right in front of his mother and father, might I add. William Corson doesn't care about family, doesn't care about anything but hurting and maiming individuals. And now William Corson right in front of Sean McKenzie's family. William Corson now goading Sean McKenzie's mother. The McKenzie family being goaded, and obviously Sean McKenzie's mother isn't just going to sit there and allow William Corson to mock her son like that. Oh, look how back body drop! Oh my God! Well, that's going to leave a mark, and rightfully so in many people's estimation. Joe McKenzie getting some cheap shots in. And William Corson ran his mouth, was going to drill Sean McKenzie's head into the steel steps right in front of his mother and father. Unfortunately, he's the one, in his estimation, that tastes that steel. And his spine collided with the edge of those steel steps. A nasty, nasty collision. And what in God's name does William Corson have? William Corson seems to have retrieved a clock from somewhere. I'm assuming from underneath the ring. Well, I dread to think what he has in mind. Sean McKenzie, meanwhile, is looking to prep some furniture, perhaps. Some more toys being brought into the ring. Steel trays, everything. And looks like Sean McKenzie has bad intentions for William Corson, but he's not the only one, as William Corson may very well be looking to tell Sean McKenzie just what time it is. It could be limitless time. And Jesus Christ Almighty just punched a clock right into the face of Sean McKenzie. Good God, that collision, and a vicious suplex onto those trays that were placed by Sean McKenzie. And oh man, a violent collision. And good God Almighty, well, I should warn people, ladies and gentlemen, Sean McKenzie is indeed busted open courtesy of that shot to the face. That clock shattered across the jaw and the nostrils of Sean McKenzie. And oh man, you can see the damage there. Look away if you're of a nervous disposition, ladies and gentlemen. Sean McKenzie has been busted wide open courtesy of that. Oh man, well, they say that seeing and tasting your own blood does very, very bad things to a man's mindset. And Sean McKenzie looks to be enraged. And a shot from William Corson. And one in return by Sean McKenzie. Not much muscle on that, if I'm being honest, as William Corson is trying to tee off. And now knife edge chop by Sean McKenzie. And both of these men trading shots, just like they have traded insults, traded battles all throughout the last 12 months of RIZEN Pro Wrestling. A violent uppercut by Sean McKenzie. Open palm strike, and William Corson goes low, one to the midsection. Now kick to the midsection, and a smack right across the face by Sean McKenzie, who now has a steel chair in hand, places it in the middle of the ring. God knows what he has in mind. William Corson kicks him to the midsection again. DDT flush into the chair. William Corson's face just collided with raw steel, and now look out, a uranagi right across the chair. Broken bent metal at the expense of the spine of William Corson. Good God Almighty, what a collision. And now Magic Martin Rowe is going to begin the count. And how in God's name is William Corson going to be able to answer the count? Sean McKenzie certainly looks like he has picked up a victory here. And look at the state of that steel chair. Broken and contorted, courtesy of the skull of William Corson, who very well might have a concussion of his own when things are all said and done. And William Corson using Magic Martin Rowe to answer the count, climbing up. Sean McKenzie has wrapped that tribute to his grandmother around his fist. Oh no, was looking for a Superman punch. William Corson got out of the way, and Martin Rowe has been put to sleep courtesy of a straight right hand. And speaking of straight right hands, with a chain wrapped around his knuckles, Sean McKenzie has been sparked out by the Echoes of Darkness leader, William Corson. This match has lived up to its violent reputation. Last man standing has delivered, and then some here at St. Michael's Church in Hamworthy. We are sold out, rammed to the rafters, and there is a very nervous feel in the air here as William Corson is just barking at Magic Martin Rowe to wake up, to get up and make the count. I think William Corson realizes that he has the opportunity now to become Limitless Champion. Martin Rowe is going to begin the count, and Sean McKenzie is in bad shape after being punched clean in the jaw by a fist wrapped with a vicious metal chain. And oh man, Sean McKenzie in very bad shape, but was somehow able to answer the count. And now a steel chair across the spine from Corson to McKenzie, and another one for good measure. You can hear Sean McKenzie screaming in pain as William Corson is wearing him out with that steel chair. And Sean McKenzie somehow still able to show resilience, the heart, the desire, the soul of a warrior in a steel chair right into the side of Sean McKenzie's body. Oh man, a very, very nasty disposition, and I don't think Sean McKenzie has any idea where he is. Could very well be seizuring. That is a ugly collision, and William Corson just stalking the prone body of Sean McKenzie. Oh, William Corson screaming at Sean McKenzie, and I tell you what, Sean McKenzie, oh no, Sean McKenzie, I don't think he was even aware of it, just rolled to the outside, maybe a fighter's instinct, somehow acting on adrenaline, and was able to break the 10 count. Oh boy, and well, William Corson is enraged that Magic Martin Rowe wasn't counting faster, but Magic Martin Rowe has called this exactly as he should have, right down the middle, and William Corson needs to get his hands off of our special guest referee, and rightfully so. Magic Martin Rowe says, get your hands off of me, and Sean McKenzie is going to take full advantage, has crotched William Corson. I believe he's got cable ties. I think he's looking a hog tie. William Corson's legs around that ring post. Oh, that is ingenious by Sean McKenzie. William Corson's got nowhere to go. There is absolutely no way that he can break that cable tie that has been hog-tied around his ankles. Martin Rowe is, by the way, counting to 10, ladies and gentlemen. Sean McKenzie is on his feet. William Corson is not. And we have a brand new inaugural RIZEN Limitless champion. Sean McKenzie has done the unthinkable. He has dispatched William Corson and has become a champion here this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of last man standing, and the new Limitless champion of RIZEN, Sean McKenzie!
All of the blood, all of the bruises, all of the battering that Sean McKenzie has taken, especially in Last Man Standing tonight, have reaped the ultimate rewards, because Sean McKenzie is your new RIZEN Limitless champion, and William Corson, for everything he has done to Sean McKenzie, is going to have to rue the day that he messed with the mercenary of professional wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Limitless champion of RIZEN, Sean McKenzie. What a magnificent moment, a crowning achievement in this young man's career, for all the graft, for all the fight, the heart, the desire, the training has finally paid off as Sean McKenzie captures his first meaningful championship in professional wrestling. William Corson is going to have to bear the wounds and the scars of Last Man Standing. Magic Martin Rowe did exactly what he was meant to do. Oh, come on! A cheap shot from William Corson. Magic Martin Rowe is not a professional wrestler. We know that. Get your hands off of the GM. What the hell does he mean by that? William Corson, oh, come on, William Corson with cheap shots to Magic Martin Rowe. What the hell are you doing with that? Hey, what the hell are you doing? Putting a steel chair around the throat of Magic Martin Rowe. You think very carefully about what you're doing, Corson. Come on, there's no need for this. What the hell is he doing? He's going to wrap a steel chair around the neck of Magic Martin Rowe, and things are going to get real ugly, real quick. What the hell? That's Ben Vicious, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Vicious is back in RIZEN. Ben Vicious squaring off, doing the right thing, separating William Corson. Yeah, Corson doesn't want none of the juggernaut that is Ben Vicious, and Ben Vicious is here to help our GM, the heart and soul. Oh my God, a steel chair shot to the back. You may very well have made a huge mistake right there against this super heavyweight. William Corson, I don't think he knows what he's doing. Yeah, you made a big mistake here tonight. Throws the chair in, but looking for a low blow. Ben Vicious was wise to that as well. Then this little scumbag is going to get exactly what he deserves. A package power driver is incoming. Corson escapes with the legs in the air, running away like the rat that he is. William Corson gets out of dodge. Well, there's a lot to unwrap here, ladies and gentlemen, but Ben Vicious, thank God Ben Vicious returned when he did, otherwise Magic Mike Rowe would have been in serious trouble, and a huge embrace for long-term friends, and thank God, ladies and gentlemen, for Ben Vicious here tonight.